the power of the breath and bringing the energy of the breath and being aware of the energy that's coming out of us and how to feel that energy and bring our senses to that energy so that we can feel it. Try not to make things too complicated. Everybody has to breathe. So it's really not a process. All that we're asking is to be conscious of the breath. But everybody's going to breathe. Now just add a zikr to the breath. You can make it audible at first and then later you can make it silent if it's easier that way. So make the breath to be heard so that you can hear that hu. As you become comfortable with that breathing, you'll find that there's going to be more power in that hu if you can start doing that through the nose, because it's like a fireplace. That the fire that we're starting, if you can slowly restrict the oxygen, it's going to burn much more intense. And you're going to feel the intensity of the flame when we can shift from the mouth to the nose. But for now in practicing you can make through the mouth. Even you can do a loud zikr, Anytime you want to clear the energy of a room and clear an environment, you make the zikr of hu. That brings a tremendous amount of energy into an environment that clears out any type of negativity.
As-salamu alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is Shaykh Nurjan. Thank you for watching the video that you're watching. Inshallah, if you're happy with the content and happy with these programs, please support the button below, the programs that we have for our orphanage repairs, our water well, Give the Gift of Life, our mobile food vans. We have now 5 vans: Vancouver, Chicago, Los Angeles, Pakistan. There's many programs that reach thousands of people and rescue foods and give those supplies to people in need. Your support is greatly appreciated. Also, be so kind as to leave loving comments and please share the stream. Every bit counts. As-salamu alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. To share from their teachings, always for myself a reminder in the understandings of Muraqabah, that many people talking, many different sites describing, and from Naqshbandiyat al-Aliyah and authorized sites, authorized teachings. This is the finale of a spiritual path. The muraqabah, and to make the connection with the heart, make the connection with the soul is the ultimate stage. It's not the beginning stage of the tariq, it's a path in which we enter the door. Its ultimate result is to be in a state of tafakkur and contemplation, tadhakkar, and to remember what Allah has bestowed upon the soul. Alam al-Qur'an khalaqal insan. That Allah has bestowed many divine treasures upon the soul, and the entry and doorway into that reality is through the heart. The realities that awliyaullah have been given through the opening of their heart, those realities of the heart cannot be achieved except through the door of tafakkur and muraqabah. That it is the state of that reality that opens all the realities and the treasures of the heart. That the haqqaiq of jazba and attraction is not from us. The reality of faiz and emanation is not from us, it's not something that it's our secret. But the muraqabah will open for us, the tafakkur will open for us a presence of muhabbat, means they begin to teach. So these realities of the heart, they will not open without that muraqabah. and without that sort of finale stage in which the students achieve the states in which Allah wants to dress them. That tawassul, tawajjuh, all these realities, the haqqaiq of irshad, the haqqaiq of tai and movement through the tongue and movement through the body, that these realities cannot open without the state of tafakkur and muraqabah. So then they begin to teach that the beginning door for that reality is the understanding of muraqabah, and the muraqabah has a state of muhabbat, because they're talking all sorts of things but they're leaving out the essentials. That they have the three doors, which is the first door of muhabbat, the door of hudur and the door of fana. And they take from the realities of Holy Qur'an. Allah says throughout Holy Qur'an that kuluma sadiqeen, that have a consciousness of Allah, keep the company of the sadiqeen. That Allah seek realities but seek through a means to Allah. Hold tight to the rope of Allah and don't separate. All of those were the signs in which Allah is teaching that there's a way in which to approach my Divine Presence. And Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Atiya Allah, Atiya Rasul, wa ulul amri minkum. Means through that holy ayah opening all these realities for us to understand that it is the obedience of Allah that we want. If we want to be obedient to Allah, we want to be obedient to Sayyidina Muhammad, and Allah grants a rahmah through the ulul amr. Because the ulul amr are living amongst us, with us, so that we can eat with them, we can pray with them, we can be with them, and they begin to dress us from that reality. We said many times like a rope Allah describing from heavens, like a telescoped rope. It reaches to us to uplift us, and as it begins to uplift, it's now lifting us to the reality of the heavens. Allah not expecting that we would do this by ourselves, that we would just come across some information and try to achieve a reality that is virtually unachievable by the self, because it is the self that is causing all the problems. In the West they've beautified the word self, where we call it the ego. You cannot rely on yourself, you cannot rely on your ego. You cannot trust yourself, you cannot trust your ego. You cannot be self-sufficient and ego-sufficient. It's that bad character that blocking us from that reality. So then they begin to teach just the understanding of Course 101 is these three doors. That if we want to reach to Allah we have to go through Prophet. From Prophet we have to be with the ulul amr. So our whole life will be based on our relationship with the ulul amr. And that ulul amr, there are 124,000 that have been given, they reached to that reality of Holy Qur'an. That they are in obedience to Allah, they are in obedience to Sayyidina Muhammad, and they are in obedience to the ulul amr, the people of authority above them, below them. That they have the akhlaq and character in which Allah had opened within their soul sainthood.